Hi, welcome back to Through Nicky's Lens. Of course, I'm Nicky and I'm here with another video for you. So as part of the PR Journey series, I want to talk to you about the skill levels that you need to be qualified for PR. The Canadian Teer System, the NOC 2021 system for work experience, skilled work experience. The NOC System 2016 categorizes occupations from skill level A to D. On the other hand, though, the NOC 2021 system categorizes jobs from skill level 0 to 5. And the NOC codes are 5 digits long, as opposed to the 2016 NOC codes were 4 digits long. In November 2022 is when IRCC implemented and started to use the NOC 2021 Teer System. So when we talk about the Teer System, this is simply what IRCC uses to categorize what jobs are considered skilled or not, or what level of skill your job falls under. So I'll insert a table above, and you can pause the screen to get a better understanding of the various tiers and what types of jobs fall under each tier. Tier 0 jobs or management occupations. Examples of these include advertising, marketing, and public relations managers, as well as financial managers. The Tier 1 occupations are occupations that usually require a university degree. These include financial advisors, software engineers. The Tier 2 jobs or occupations, these are occupations that usually require a college diploma, apprenticeship training of 2 or more years, or supervisory occupations. Examples of these jobs include computer network and web technicians, medical laboratory technologists. Tier 3 jobs or occupations are those that require a college diploma, apprenticeship training of less than 2 years, or more than 6 months of on-the-job training. Examples of these occupations are bakers, dental assistants, and dental laboratory assistants. Tier 4 jobs are those occupations that usually require a high school diploma or several weeks of on-the-job training. So some of the occupations that fall under this category are home childcare providers, retail salespersons, and visual merchandisers. The last tier is Tier 5, and these are occupations that usually need short-term work demonstrations and no formal education. So jobs that fall under this category include landscaping and grounds maintenance laborers, delivery service drivers, and door-to-door distributors. So it's important to highlight here that Tier 0, 1, 2, 3 are the only jobs that are categorized technically as skilled jobs and require at least a diploma for you to be qualified to do that job. So you can use that as a guide generally if it is that whatever job it is that you have been doing previously, or a job that you want to go into, to say hopes of it qualifying for you to use that work experience for your permanent residency application, is to look at what the qualifications are for you to do that job. If it says that you need at least a diploma, then that means that job is a skilled job. And I think that's a rule of thumb that you can use. Any job that says you need just a secondary education or on-the-job training, that simply means that job is not a skilled job, and you cannot use that work experience, at least at this point, to claim points for any skilled work experience, for any Canadian work experience. Express entry is one of the key pathways that persons utilize to become a permanent resident. So Express entry has three major programs. That's the Federal Skilled Worker Program for persons that do not have at least 1 year of Canadian work experience. They have the Canadian Experience class. That's for people who have at least 1 year of skilled work experience in Canada. And the Federal Skilled Trades Program. That's for trade occupations, and you don't require Canadian experience to be qualified for that program. There are various eligibility criteria for Express entry, and I'll go into the various eligibility criteria that people need to meet to ensure that they are qualified to apply for Express entry or to go into the pool to get an invitation to apply for permanent residency. And I will highlight, and the focus of this video is your work experience and the different strategies that you can utilize to ensure that you're selecting the correct NOC code to ensure that it represents fully what it is that you're doing, the job duties that you're doing, and how you can justify to say, okay, I have selected the correct NOC code because of X, Y, and Z. The factors that are considered to ensure that you meet the eligibility criteria for Express entry are your age, your education, your work experience, language proficiency, and your adaptability. I adopted a table and utilized that in our permanent residency application to prove to IRCC that we selected the correct NOC codes that we put into our Express entry profile and that we will use to claim points in the permanent residency application. Okay, so as I explained, we included all the jobs that we intended to claim points for in a NOC equivalency table. So the essence of the entire thing is that you need to have your full job description as you would have gotten it from your employer, and you are going to identify what NOC your job falls under, what NOC code your job falls under, and once you have identified this, you're proving to IRCC that you actually have that work experience that falls under this NOC code. When selecting your NOC code, you're not focusing on the job title to find the equivalent NOC code on IRCC's website, but you are in fact ensuring that the lead statement on IRCC's website for whichever NOC code you select, it matches the essence of your job, as well as the job duties match at least 70% of the total number of job duties on the NOC code that you have selected. I hope I am not losing you. I hope that you're understanding what I'm trying to explain. So the job description for the role that you're proving to IRCC that you actually have that work experience in, you will put that information in a table. So this NOC equivalency table, I indicated what it is, and it's basically to assist in confirming that NOC code 12101, that human resources and recruitment officers, is the correct NOC code for this position, and you indicate your job position or job title with, and you identify the name of the company. So I've listed the lead statement and the main duties exactly as they're outlined in the profile for the position of NOC 12101, and I have assigned specific duties from my reference letters to the immediate right of the NOC duty to which they associate. Where necessary, I have included an additional explanation to further clarify the reason or reasons why my duties matched or did not match that of the NOC duty. I have also summarized my findings at the end of the table. So the table here has 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, and I have the headings as matched: Y for yes and N for no. That's over this section. The lead statement, the reference duties, and the explanation. So the lead statement from IRCC's website pertaining to NOC code 12101 is indicated in this section here. And then whatever duties that relate to the lead statement, I have copied them from my reference letter or my job description, and I indicated them in this section. And then the explanation section in this case is blank. So I move down and I have another heading. So the top section here just talks about the lead statement, and this other section is also different. As you can see, instead of lead statement in this column, I have NOC main duties. So I listed all the NOC duties in this section that says NOC main duties, and all the associated duties from my job letter in this column that says reference letters duties, and the explanation as why it matches or not. In this section here, you'll see yes, Y for yes, and there are 11 main duties for NOC code 12101, and I listed them all here. So they're all in one row all the way down, if you can see. And the main point here is that I'd say, for example, the main duty as listed on IRCC's website says identify current and prospective staffing requirements, prepare and post notices and advertisements, and collect and screen applications. So the information from my job description here says support chairs in drafting job postings as needed, ensure compliance with standard templates for HR to post. The explanation, because it doesn't match exactly, I did say I drafted and coordinated the finalization of job descriptions with the department chairs to ensure that they are appropriate to be posted on various sites. I also reviewed and shortlisted applications for prospects to be interviewed. And as I said, all the main duties on NOC code, I listed there. All the associated duties from my job description are identified there. If they are a clear match, you don't need to put an explanation in this column here. You just put Y in that section, and I list them accordingly. For this one, there was none that I could have found, none of the duties from my job description I could have found that matches exactly, but I indicate here that duties I undertook in this regard included reviewing resumes, CVs to ensure they meet the minimum requirements, educational qualifications, and experience for the role, and pass the resumes to the chairs for the consideration for an interview. So basically this is it. These N's are in red font or color because they are not main duties, but they are technically optional things that your role does not have to perform. And this is determine eligibility to entitlements, arrange staff training, and provide information or services such as employee assistance, counseling, and recognition. This is more like an HR duty, and I indicated that this was not a function of my role, as I was not a part of the HR department. I, however, guided new faculty to the appropriate personnel for such services and assistance where needed, and brought faculty issues to the attention of my manager or director for further intervention. So you can do your justifications accordingly. So in the summary section, I said I have performed the activities in the lead statement and 8 of 9 of the essential duties. There are 11 duties under the NOC code, but 9 of them are not essential or required duties that you have to carry out under this NOC code. So this would have been number 9, number 10, number 11. So number 9 I did not fulfill because it's not a part of my duty, and I explained why. And role 10 and 11 are a clear no. So I indicated that this is a non-essential duty, right? And to go back to here, it says the duties listed at 10 and 11 were not included in this assessment because they are non-essential duties related to the NOC code. The only duty I did not perform was not in my line of work because I do not belong to the HR department, and the duties of determining eligibility to entitlements, arrangements, and so forth is not a part of my team's scope of work. Overall, I have performed an extensive number of the main duties required to demonstrate my Canadian work experience, although I was not awarded any points for the same. One thing that you need to understand as well is that right now a lot of things are changing in terms of immigration, Canadian immigration especially. So you have to be sure that whatever information you're getting, whatever information you're using is actually accurate and up to date. Many things changed over the past few weeks or months. So whatever videos that you're watching, whatever information you're getting from a website or so, ensure that it is the most correct and up-to-date information. The most important thing for you to do at this point is to focus on getting information from IRCC's website. Consider consulting an immigration professional, an immigration lawyer, or regulated consultant. If it is that you have any questions or concerns that you're not sure of, do your due diligence at first, and then you can utilize a consultation if you can afford it to make sure that whatever information you have an understanding of is actually accurate. Find people that are passionate about what they're doing and not a consultant that just wants to get money. They're doing this as a job. They don't have the passion or the drive or the care to ensure that they're giving you accurate information and information that will guide you to the most suitable pathway for you to become a permanent resident. If you have reached this far into the video, I want to thank you so much for your time. I want to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. If you have found any value in this video, like the video, hit the post notification bell so that you can get updates on whenever I post a new video. It's a lot like Christmas. It's looking a lot like Christmas. Well, not really, but it's snowing. Thank you so much for making it through Nicky's Lens, and I'll see you in my next video.